Do you find yourself surrounded by bored or disengaged students in your social studies classroom? Do you aspire to teach your students to think critically, collaborate with others, learn effective writing skills, and want to meet each student where they are at academically? If so, kick back, get your popcorn ready, and let's discuss why you should use DBQs in your social studies classroom. You may be asking yourself, what is a DBQ? A DBQ is a document-based question that requires students to answer a historical question related to a time period by analyzing documents and incorporating outside information into an essay. DBQs require students to work like historians by analyzing information, synthesizing content, and writing an organized essay. Now, you may be thinking, if a DBQ is a document-based question, what sort of documents are used in the DBQ? DBQs mainly consist of primary sources, meaning first-hand accounts or immediate evidence from a specific time period, about a person, or about an event with a direct connection related to the topic, period, or person by time or participation. Some examples include journal or diary entries, letters, or photographs. Sometimes DBQs will include secondary sources. Secondary sources are a retelling, summary, or synthesizing of an event, person, or time period, oftentimes quoting or using primary sources, but still at least one step removed from being one. The most common example of a secondary source teachers are exposed to are textbooks. Since you're already getting excited about DBQs after learning what they are and the sources found within them, you might be considering how you can access primary sources to create a DBQ. You are in luck. There's a litany of sites that give teachers access to free primary sources. Some of these sites include the Library of Congress, the National Archives, Digital Inquiry Group, and the National History Education Clearinghouse. After scrolling through all those free resources, you might wonder, why should I spend more time planning for a DBQ lesson when my curriculum is already so full? There are a few reasons why it is worth your time. DBQs are examples of authentic assessments. They provide an opportunity to develop the life skills of creating evidence-based arguments. DBQs also allow students to find meaning in a lot of information presented through different sources. They are able to answer engaging historical questions by analyzing this evidence and deciding what it means. DBQs are an example of project-based learning or a curriculum design that emphasizes inquiry and process. DBQs meet this curriculum goal by identifying an important question, allowing students to work with their teacher and peers to decide how to solve the problem, and collaborating to share solutions. The ultimate purpose of a DBQ is to write a clear evidence-based essay which develops important writing skills in students. It has been proven that students who write for a variety of purposes in social studies become better educated than those who do not. Through a DBQ, students are taking notes on sources, writing their thoughts, categorizing evidence through writing, and writing their essay to convince the reader their response to the question is well-founded. DBQs can be adjusted to meet any student's needs, which means they should not be exclusively used in advanced placement classes. DBQs can vary in length, structure, and use of tools to challenge and accommodate all students in the classroom. You're finally convinced. Now, how do you begin using DBQs in your classroom? Utilize a backward design process of having a clear idea of what students should know and be able to do at the end of the lesson. Identify the question you want students to answer based on the historical time period you are studying in class. Then, compile the primary sources from all those free sites that tie back to the question you are posing for students to analyze. It is important, though, to provide students scaffolding when analyzing primary sources. There are many different worksheets you can use based on the type of primary source to help students. You can also provide a graphic organizer for students to use when they begin organizing evidence for their essay. There are a number of free sites providing access to these scaffolding tools, like the National Archives and Middle Tennessee State University's pages. They break down their worksheets to specify whether a primary source is artwork, a written document, or a map, among others. There are a number of graphic organizers students can use to help organize their essay, so find one that works best for them and you. Okay, so what are you waiting for? It's time to incorporate DBQs into your social studies classrooms.